Возьмем в отряд сумасшедшую горничную.
We're looking for the Great Muchina Yokai.
Do you know where it lives?
Great Muchina Yokai? What?
Huh? You've never heard of it? It's a sneaky monster that goes around playing tricks on people. It's got magic powers and can even shapeshift into it.
One time, the Great Muchina Yokai stole some rice from our house. Sounds like a very naughty little monster.
'Cause we finally found out how to chase.
My dad said that the Great Muchina Yokai likes to play tricks on people who stay up, so all we need to do is chase it away. This monster sounds scary, though. I'm sure that your parents must be...
Oh, not really. I told my dad that I was gonna find the Great Muchina Yokai, so we think it must be weak right now. It's
Yeah. So as long as we get home before it gets its.
Something sounds very strange about all this, but Paimon can't say exactly what it is. Yeah, Paimon feels like the Great Muchina Yokai is one of those storybook monsters that doesn't exist in the real world. We should tell them so they don't waste all their time. Oh, children, listen up. There's no need to go looking for the Great Muchina Yokai.
Huh?
No way.
That's impossible.
Your folks are just worried about you is all. They don't want you wandering too far from home because...
That's not true. The Great Yeah! Yoimiya's even making some weapons for us. And then...
Yoimiya, huh?
We told her all about the Great Muchina Yokai. She said we shouldn't be scared of it. We should learn how to chase it away and...
We've been waiting for ages now. And finally, Yoimiya said that today's... Yoimiya plays with us and tells us... But...
Да, Паймон, теперь выходит,
Let's
что
get
врешь
out of
ты.
here and go find Yoimiya.
Wait, hold on, don't go! They didn't seem to take that very well. But Paimon was... Who knows what Yoimiya's got to do with this? Let's...
У меня еще ежедневочки не выполнены. Надо обязательно будет их сделать. Интересно, этот квест долгий?
Cheer up, guys. Don't be so down. She was only joking back there. How could the Great Muchina Yokai not exist? Huh?
Это сказала
We've
Паймон,
never
я тут ни
seen
при
it for
чем.
ourselves.
That's because the Great Muchina Yokai is extra powerful. And that's exactly why I need your help is... It's okay. Don't be discouraged. Hey, remember, if you want to be a hero, even if you can't find it right now, it'll definitely show up before the fireworks show starts. So, remember to come and pick no matter how powerful the Great Muchina Yokai might be, it's no match for my specially made. It's up to you guys to protect your homes, your crops, and...
Got it. Thanks, Miss Yoimiya. We'll try and be more
Oh, yeah, hold up a sec. I have a few slips of paper for you guys, one each. Remember to give it to your parents and tell them to keep it. Just tell them it's from Yoimiya. They'll know what it's about.
Okay. Thank you, Yoimiya. We're
По-моему,
gonna
она
go back
использует
now.
детей.
Thanks, Yoimiya. Come play with us soon.
Впрочем, что я в
Sure
этом
thing, will
понимаю?
do. Take care on the way back, and I'll see you later. So it was you guys. I guessed as much from the way the kids described you. No worries, though. The Great Muchina Yokai is pretty popular with the kids, so of course they're gonna get upset.
Okay, but it definitely...
Yeah, the first time I heard about it, I knew straight away that was probably something the parents had come up. But when the kids asked me about it, I didn't want to break it to them. I just told them that it looks cute, and so, I guess now the kids' impression of the Great Muchina Yokai is...
So in a way, this monster is all a...
Maybe so. In any case, I'm not gonna be the one who exposed... Sure, it's likely that the parents just wanted to stop the kids from staying out all the time. But they couldn't. I just go ahead and tell them that the Great Muchina Yokai doesn't exist without knowing the full story, then... Besides, they're just kids. They should be allowed to believe it if it makes them happy. That's more important to... Heck, I entertain my fair share of fantasies too. The fire diamond that spins around and shoots out lights that are all the colors of the rainbow. Ooh, the mist spirits that live. I know that they don't really exist, but I still enjoy believing in them. If someone came up to me and started telling me to, I'd give them the evil eyes and tell them to get the heck out of my face because it's just so annoying. Right? So what if it's made up? It's also really awesome and kind of magic. The things we believed and the experiences we had when we were young turn into our priceless. When you were kids, surely you guys believed in things like heroes who slew dragons and sacred swords that cut through darkness. If we tear apart these kids' fairy tales now, what else do we have to tell them? That Inazuma's locked down? All the grim tales?
Yeah! Oh, way too early. For sure.
Whether you understood me or not, don't you worry. Okay, it's about time I headed back. The Naganohara fireworks show is...
Naganohara fireworks show?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why our name is on the event. It's well known... Oh, on the subject? Are you busy these days? If not, then you should totally come along. I'll prepare an extra pretty firework. In that case, come with me to Naganohara. We'll go see my bots. Inazuma is home to the Yai Publishing House, and a lot of people who like to write stories, too. In fact, most of what they write is based off of the kinds of fairy tales I was just talking about. A lot of them have bad endings, though. Like, the fire diamond will get put in a rich person's gallery where it will never be ignited again. Or, someone will see the mist spirit and not manage to catch it, but because they angered it, it'll never show itself again. The hero who slays the dragon becomes the next dragon. The sacred sword that once fought the darkness now becomes a doomsday weapon. I know these kinds of stories are all the rage nowadays, but I really can't bring myself to like them. If something's magical, it should be kept that way.
Упустили бабочку. Впрочем, схватим эту. Вот в Зельде все бабочки были разные, и рыба тоже вся была разная. А здесь на вид разная, а по факту одна. Ну, видимо, разработчики решили особо с этим не заморачиваться. Ну, как бы и действительно, в принципе, с одной стороны, нафига. С другой стороны, интересненько, когда она вся разная. Разные ингредиенты получаются. И, кстати, готовка в Зельде тоже была интересней. Я думала сначала здесь такой же принцип, а нет, здесь готовые рецепты и как-то поинтереснее, когда можно рандомно все мешать.
Friends or customers?
A bit of both, actually. They arrived in Inazuma just recently. Can't let them miss out on a fireworks show after...
Well, either way, come on in and have a seat. And I, Naganohara Ryunosuke, will tell you all about the long history...
That can wait. Pops, I need to ask you about something.
A lot
Pops has started telling us... Sorry about this. Ever since Pops had his accident, his ears so...
Really? But for a moment there, no?
Much later, people eventually realized that if you grind certain materials into dust...
Pops, wait!
Huh? What's...
Did they deliver those firework materials that we ordered yet?
Oh! Yesterday's fireworks have all been delivered. So have the one...
No, Pops, I meant the materials. The materials that...
Ah, today's fireworks are almost ready too. Don't...
No, Pops, the materials. The raw materials for making...
Sorry?
Materials!
Oh, the materials!
Yes, the materials!
Он прям как Хэмиш. Чего?
Sorry, Paimon,
Чего он говорит?
Because you finally got the message across.
The materials aren't here yet. The couriers did come...
No worries. As long as we know, that's fine. We can just make the...
Of course! Leave it to me!
Oh, sorry if we were a little loud. It's always the way, though. It's like that every time I need to ask Pop something. I I get because my pops is deaf, he never argues with anyone and never contradicts them. He just, when I was little, I thought it was because he really understood me and agreed with whatever I had to say. So eventually, I realized that the reason he was like that was that he's deaf.
Huh?
Well, it just makes me happy to see him smile, and it keeps him from being lonely, right? Anyway, more importantly right now, the fireworks show is right around the corner and the material.
Yoimiya?
Oh, you scared me there! I thought I told...
Sorry.
Hold on.
Тайна.
No one's looking. Okay, you can come... We're lucky that no one from the Tenryo Commission was around. Otherwise, we'd...
Sorry, I guess I was a little rash, but when I heard you come back, I just...
Don't worry, Sakajiro. So far, at least, we're going to look for firework materials shortly. While we're out, we'll sort out the boat situation.
Thank you for all your help.
He's one of our old customers. He came back to Inazuma from the outside world not long ago. While he was smuggling himself in, the Tenryo...
An arrest warrant?
Shh! Keep it down! If Sakajiro was caught, there's no knowing what crimes they could charge him with. All we can do is find him a boat and send him... Yeah, we know it's going to be dangerous.
What if the boat capsizes? If things are this bad, couldn't you just not come back?
Well... But as soon as I got back, I started hearing about all these unbelievable changes. I had made my mind up originally, but now I'm not sure anymore. I didn't want to cause any trouble for Yoimiya or Mr. Ryunosuke, but I'm very grateful to them.
Hey, no worries. You're more than welcome. Remember what I said? As long as you've got that little piece of paper...
Little piece of paper?
Yep, the same paper slips as the one I gave to the kids earlier. Whenever a customer orders fireworks for a commemorative event, we always include a little paper slip with the goods. Only people from inside my family can understand what's written on it. It's the recipe for the firework. If someone shows a Naganohara that paper slip, we guarantee we can make the exact same firework as the original one they purchased.
Wow!
It's a family tradition. All our regular customers know about this.
The slip I have is from back when my parents ordered fireworks from Mr. Ryunosuke. Now that I think about it, it must be nearly 20 years. I would have thought that things...
It'll be fine. Escaping in a boat is just a last resort for if there's no other way. I'll still try and come up with a different solution. Because whatever the reasons might be, if our customers come to us looking for help, we're...
Thank you. This way, I still have some...
All right. Well, let's not stay out here in the open for too long. Hurry.
All right. I'll
Какой-то
leave it
очень
to you then, I guess.
Общительный квест.
It's a shame. They still wouldn't give him a permit. Speaking of, you guys only got here recently. How did you manage to get a permit?
Even then, we only got through thanks to some help from Miss Hiragi Chisato.
Oh, I see. So you had big shots helping you. I guess that won't be... I just wish the commissions could be a little... I bet nowhere else you've been is quite like Inazuma, huh? Well, no matter what, I'm sorry. I invited you to come watch the fireworks. You don't have to join me if you don't want to. I can go sort out the firework materials in the boat by myself. And then you can come meet me back at the house later. Oh, cool! Then let's start with Sakajiro's boat. We can chat along the way. Oh yeah! If it's fine with you, can I ask how you two first met?
She saved me from drowning this one time, and after that, we started traveling together. Why do you ask?
Nothing. I'm just quite envious of your relationship. If my pops had a person like you around, his being deaf wouldn't hold things up all the
Ой,
time.
поверь мне, от этой консервной банки только больше проблем.
Why do you look so excited?
Because you said person and not floating child or mascot.
Расслабься, Паймон, ты консервная банка. А это еще кто?
Koichi, I'm here! How is the boat coming along?
Yeah, it's, all right, I guess. Wait, should we really be...
Oh, don't worry, they're my friends. You can trust them. They came with me to check up on the boat.
Yeah, You could say we're all in the same
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to doubt you. I'm just being cautious. The boat is ready, but I'll have to be...
Huh? What?
Because of the Sokoku decree, the Tenryou Commission is really suspicious of any kind of seaborne vessel. Even the smallest one...
I understand. I'm sorry.
Don't be silly. I'm actually happy you came to me for help. I've always come to you for fireworks, and again this time. Right, I'll go fetch the boat now. I should be...
Thank you. Oh, if it's on the way, you can always pick up your fireworks from my house. Everything was made in strict accordance with what was on the paper slip.
All right then. The fireworks show will be starting soon, won't it? You should make sure your new friends get to see it. It's an...
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, you know what? You should tell them about your past. About the...
That's a long story, actually.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll leave it.
Lucky you reminded me. Otherwise, I would have ended up... I've been so busy with the fireworks business these past few days that I haven't had a moment to stop and chat with anyone. It's
Да у тебя и так
of
рот
course,
не
Pop's
закрывается.
happy to listen to me chatter away, but because he can hardly hear anything, it's difficult to get an interesting reaction from... And I'm doing it again, aren't I? Ugh. What I meant to say was, while Koichi is bringing the... I need to make fireworks not just for you guys, but for those kids and Sakajiro as well. We're missing... It'll be fine. It's actually like this every year. There's always a bunch of extra orders. When people want fireworks, it's always because they have something to commemorate. And if they miss the chance, they might never get another one. So, no matter how busy I am...
So, what you're trying to say is that...
Oh, I do! I really do! Being born into a family of fireworks makers, I feel like since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with, But what I really wanted to say was, don't worry about me. It'll all be fine.
У меня уже голова от нее болит.
Sorry. It's just that good conversation can be as fleeting as fireworks sometimes, you know? So, when I'm in the mood and I've got a lot to say, let's head to the city. I think I'll try my luck with some people.
Question! Doesn't it hurt your voice talking all the time?
It can get uncomfortable, I guess, but what else would I be using my voice for?
Huh. You kinda have a point.
Ну, походу, не я одна от нее устала. Паймон, видать, тоже.
Here we are. Hello, Morihiko.
Yoimiya. No need to beat around the bush. You're here for the fireworks materials, I assume.
Huh? Really?
Because a fireworks show is coming up. And that usually means you'll be running all over the place trying to get your hands on some last minute... I've come to expect it now. There's always a few...
Oh, I'm so sorry for bothering you every time.
Come on now. You know I didn't mean it like that. What about you two? Are you the ones needing some fireworks made? It's no trouble. Once when I had an argument with my son, I'm hopeless at communicating with him. If it wasn't for Yoimiya...
Nah, he was never gonna come to that. He's a sensitive kid and he cares a lot about your feelings. Maybe if you turn that frown upside down once in a while, he might feel more at ease.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably... Which is strange, because I don't think I'm anything like that when...
Don't worry about it. No one's perfect. If you have any more trouble in the future, just come to me. Even if it's not fireworks related, I'll happily oblige. Customers come first.
All right then. Everyone's always saying what a good kid you are. Go ahead and take the ore, by the way.
Oh, no you don't. That's a...
Don't worry. Just take...
Gratitude won't pay your bills, though. Don't do this to me.
I already said it's fine. Please, just take it. Surely you've got a load of other things you need to get done today.
Бесплатный сыр только в мышеловке.
How about this then? I'll record this in my notebook, and we can consider it a down payment against any fireworks.
There's no... All right then. If you pass on my regards to your dad, tell him Morihiko...
Will do. You look after yourself as well. Don't push yourself too hard.
Everyone seems to really like you, Yoimiya.
Well, for one thing, if you want to
Зачем я
commemorate something,
спросила?
naturally you're gonna want something loud, bright, and beautiful. But I think more importantly than that, everyone trusts us. If it wasn't for... Anyway, we've got all the materials we need now, so that solves that. Next, we just need to go find someone to process them.
Ну, по крайней мере, не надо носиться по всем островам, а хотя бы только по одному городу. Может, даже рецептик фейерверки дадут.
Mr. Aminoma, it's me.
Ah, Yoimiya. If I'm not mistaken, you must be...
Seems like everyone knows how busy Yoimiya gets.
I'm very sorry. Would you be able to wait for a while? I have quite a backlog.
No worry. Oh, wait. Actually, how about this? Do you need a hand? As long as we can get through your orders, you can help me process my...
That will depend on...
Oh, you don't mind, do you, Mr. Aminoma? As you know, it's not long now until the Naganohara fight. There's still a lot of fireworks left to make. If I...
Talkative as ever, I see. Dear the essence of Amenoma art is patience and focus. If you badger Hajime like this, you will...
But this is a special circumstance, surely! The Naganohara fire...
So give me your ore, and I will process it for you.
Huh? Master...
Is that so surprising? It is after...
Thank you for helping out, Mr. Aminoma.
You're quite welcome. The Naganohara fireworks show is an important event. This, but Yoimiya, you should plan things more carefully in the future.
I'll try my best. In the future, I'll get some extra materials in to cover any unexpected changes.
Though for you, dear child... Excuse me.
Wow, Mr. Aminoma! Just look at the shape and size of these grains! It's been a while since I've seen you take up your tools, but it looks like your craft has...
Of course. I have studied these techniques.
So have a minima art and Naganohara fireworks?
Back in the day, it was my master, and Ryunosuke's father. The people may have changed from one generation. Hajime, in the...
I know.
All right, I won't bother you guys any... Okay, time to head off. Koichi probably isn't back just yet, but let's go with...
Определенно очень много трёпа. Но, как говаривалось в полицейской академии, в Америке не любят трёпа. Но мы не в Америке. Поэтому будем читать их трёп.
Just as I thought, he isn't back yet. But not to worry, because actually, I'm sorry for dragging you with me everywhere. Everyone's been so good to me, though.
Feels like Paimon has barely spoken a word this whole trip.
I felt like I was neglecting you guys. So, I wanted to find an opportunity. When we first met, I was in a hurry. We didn't have the chance to sit down and have a... You guys are travelers, right? So, where else did you go before coming to Inazuma? I haven't been to Liyue before, but from what I've heard from Miss Beto, but something big happened there recently, right? Didn't the...
Yeah, a lot of crazy things. Luckily,
О,
everyone worked
теперь у
together
Паймон
to
есть
stave off
возможность
a huge
потрепаться.
disaster that could have wiped out the whole city.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. I gotta say, it's pretty remarkable that the citizens managed to step up and keep... I mean, I sure can't imagine... My friend once said to me that only people with a strong will and a clear purpose decide to go traveling. Maybe it's to see a certain view... So, what made you guys embark on your treacherous journey to Inazuma?
And we're looking for answers from the...
You were separated from your family? Oh, that must be really tough. I get it. Well, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. Unlike the outside world, what Inazuma seeks is eternity. In other words, a state of... The advantage of that is that if you're ever tired from your journey, Inazuma's a great place to... let me put it this way. I was just worried that you might be getting weary. And if you keep pressing on in that state, you might start to lose sight of the
Я уж
things that
точно
made you
устала
want
от
to
твоего
start your journey
трёпа.
in the...
Sometimes.
When you're exhausted, everything becomes an uphill struggle, even trying to have fun. An adventurer friend of mine once told me that if you're too focused on reaching the end of the race, You'll miss a lot of opportunities and precious moments to be had along the way. Don't worry though, I'm sure I can think of some way to get you feeling and you're here now. So even if you're gonna leave eventually, who knows? Once you're reunited with your family, maybe you'll find Inazuma the right kind of place to call home. I already have an idea of the color and type of fireworks.
Yoimiya, I'm back. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head over to the boat. Or, okay, good. Let's go then. Just act...
If it can withstand the storms out on the ocean...
Absolutely. Rest assured that the
Needed another...
Мне интересно, в игре когда-нибудь ведут ездовых животных? Уж как-то их очень не хватает. Как по мне.
Can't be helped, I'm afraid. This is the biggest and sturdiest boat that I can provide. It's built from the finest Inazuman timber. Still, I'll be the first to admit that if he...
I'm also hoping Sakajiro won't have to use it. It's just there as a last resort. I gotta say though, Koichi, it feels like your craft has improved once again.
Ты ему льстишь.
I'm not the one you should be praising. It's all thanks to the guys who kindly pitched in. To avoid detection, we each worked on our own materials separately, then assembled them secret. This is the largest we could afford to build. Any bigger, and there's no way it would pass the Tenryo commissions.
Let's store the boat here for now then. I'll fill Sakajiro in when I get...
Uh-oh. Paimon feels really worried all of a sudden.
Maybe it does. But I knew what I was getting into. My family has pretty good connections with the Yashiro Commission. We work very closely with them. And whenever there's a national event of any sort, the other two commissions come to us too. As long as I'm polite and respectful and don't cause a fuss, they won't look to cause trouble for me either. And anyway, to your point about collaboration...
That's true. This was all a collaborative effort. Wait!
Ah, so you're seasoned crooks already, eh? Anyway, thanks for everything, Koichi. And your fireworks are ready, so just go pick them up from my house whenever you want. While you're there, you can get my pops to settle the book.
Oh, don't worry about paying anything. Third Sis would be sure to...
Who's Third Sis? Oh, let me explain this one. It's a story my pops told me. There used to be a thriving merchants guild in Inazuma. It got
Ей
really
будешь
prosperous.
истории рассказывать.
At one point, there were a dozen or so kids born around the same time to the families of the guild. They all grew up together, each of them learning. They were a tightly knit group of friends. But eventually, they all grew up and decided that each one... It was inevitable that business would send them all to different corners of the world, and that they'd have far less...
That's right. Just before we went our separate ways, the eldest of the group suggested that we should all go watch some fireworks to...
They were all very ambitious types, and each had their own knack for doing business. One by one, after that, he hardly saw them. But whenever one of them did come back to visit, fireworks...
Yeah. No matter how close you and your friends are, there's always gonna be some distance after being separated for a long time. But as soon as the fight to us, those memories are eternal.
Oh, so this is what you meant when you were talking about commemorating.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's why I can't let people down when they're counting on... Anyway, I need to go update Sakajiro.
Yeah, I should get out of here too. I don't want to get caught red-handed.
Okay, story time. So, whenever Koichi brings one of his friends from the trade association to see me, they always mention how they used to play with me when I was a kid or held me once as a baby or something. But there are so many of them in that friendship group, and I don't remember anything from that age anyway, so I never have a clue who they are. One time, he shows up with another one of his friends, and the friend asks me if I remembered him. So I'm like, yes, I do! You held me once when I was just a baby. Koichi just bursts out laughing and says, actually, this is one of his carpenter friends. Turns out, he's a lot younger than he looks. Just a few years older than me. I went bright red and must have apologized like a million times. It was so embarrassing.
Someone needs assistance.
Ура! Она замолчала.
boat is ready and waiting. I'll mark the location for you on the map. Before you leave, I recommend that you pack some food and water.
After how much effort it took to get back in, it's hard to convince myself to leave again. Especially.
Well, they won't look much better if you get caught by the Tenryo. I'm afraid that sooner or later they are going to find you here.
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to get out of here before they come.
I didn't mean it like that. If we ever ran into any problems, but if the Tenryo Commission does catch up to you...
Okay, I won't let them catch me, but... No, I get...
Why did you want to come back to Inazuma?
I didn't used to like this place at all. That's why I left. But looking back on things, once I started to realize that, I got restless. I couldn't stop thinking about the people, so I... Forget it. What does it matter now?
What a pity.
Talk to us about it. Maybe we could...
If only there was no Sakoku decree, huh? Anyway, don't worry. We're not going to bother you about it. We'll keep trying to buy you as much time as possible, and the Tenryo Commission. If only they weren't so overzealous, there might be a way. Oh, that's right! That elderly couple, old customers of ours, their son's in the tent. That's it. I'll go talk to them. Maybe...
Are you sure?
Oh, don't worry about that. They're all right. You should get back and... Okay, let's go. Wait, hang on. What about the fireworks? All those materials? Pots? Pots? No, never mind. I know. I'll write him.
Ahem. Why did you cut Paimon off earlier?
Because what he needs isn't an answer. Just time.
Хорошо, когда есть телепорт.
Well, if it isn't Yoimiya. Come on in, dear. Come and... Are these two your friends?
Yes, they're travelers from afar. Outsiders have a very difficult time.
Indeed, these are unprecedented times. But seeing as they came all this way, we locals should give them a warm.
Oh, before I forget...
Oh, thank you, dear. Your family is so good to us. I wonder if I'll still be around to see the next heir.
Of course you will. You're both in great health. Don't say things like...
We aren't as young as we once were. It used to be that I could spend all day working the land. I wanted to do some weeding yesterday, but...
No worries. Say no more. Will...
No. We can't be putting you... I'll just go fetch the tea and some...
It's fine.
О, Пайман
It's not like
любит
it's the first
сладости.
time I've helped you with chores. I just haven't had much time recently with the fireworks show coming up. But once that's...
It's no trouble, really.
Oh, you're such good kids. As for... if you're quite sure it's no trouble, then... I have some pickled radish
Маринованные
here.
редьки.
Would you mind delivering it to Satoru?
Sure. It won't take us a moment. The old folks aren't very mobile, so come on, let's help them out. We'll get rid of the weeds first, and then deliver the pickled radish.
Ну, Ноэль не привыкать.
Yeah, you got it! And that should just about do it. Satoru is on the other side of the village. Let's go see him now.
Ну, конечно же, еще полчаса поговорим
How
с
have you
ним.
been? Keeping well?
Yeah, same as usual. Not much has changed.
All thanks to the support of our loyal customers. The family business just keeps... We sold some fireworks to Liu a while back, and word is, they were a real hit. So it looks like...
That must mean a lot more work for you, though. Are you sure you and Mr. Ryunosuke? If it gets too much, don't forget, you can always ask me for...
We should be fine. I think we... Oh, yeah. This is a...
Oh, wow, thank you so much. I never used to be a fan, but then I tried some of Mrs. Imatani's homemade stuff and I could...
Speaking of your family, how's everyone doing?
They're doing well. We have
Да
the
не все ли
occasional
равно?
heated argument, but I guess that's every family. Being close to family is better than never getting to see them. Even if it does mean putting up with... Now, Mr. and Mrs. Imatani seem to have a great relationship. But still, they must...
Huh, they didn't seem that way to me. You make a good point, though. I should drop by more often in the future. That way, they won't get so bored.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that. As would all of us in Konda Village.
Thank you! Now that we finished all the chores, it's time to talk to the Imatanis about Sakujiro.
That was quick. Ah, young people.
Younger people have bundles of energy, and older people have a wealth of wisdom.
Speaking of youth, do you know what?
Oh, so it has. Goodness, how the time flies.
50 years since what?
Well, if you must know, it was...
Oh, stop trying to impress them. We both know you were the one who was hopelessly...
Well, maybe you're right. 50... to tell the truth, I was still a little uncertain. I wasn't sure what I would... Even as it was rising up into the sky, but then it exploded. The sky lit up. I looked back at her and saw her eyes. Before I knew what was happening, apparently, I'd already said it.
50 years. In some ways, it's a long time, but 50 years of being together.
I had no idea it was your 50th anniversary.
Oh no, it's quite all right. We always set off the same. Seeing that firework go off takes us right back to those days.
Ah, what a great...
Enough about us, though. Yoimiya, aren't you busy with the fireworks show coming?
Yeah, it's a difficult...
Sakujiro.
Huh?
He was our boy's best friend when they were... They were inseparable. They grew up, but one day, they had a...
Sakujiro seemed to feel that Inazuma was too peaceful, and wanted to... But our Keisuke took after his father and mother. He felt... You know what children are like. They get terribly worked up.
I see.
Keisuke said nothing to me or my wife about the fight. We could sense that he was very hurt by it, but eventually, whether out of pent-up anger or for some other reason, he joined the...
If it was anything else, I could talk to Keisuke. But since it's Sakujiro, I don't feel there...
What a strange coincidence.
I understand now. When I asked Sakujiro why he came back, he just said, because now I finally understand why he can't decide.
Two best buddies in childhood. One grows up to join the Tenryou Commission, the other grows up...
Well, no worries. If we can find some other way to help Sakujiro, there's no need to make things difficult for you.
Yes.
I think after all these years...
Well, can't say we didn't try. I'll let Sakujiro know after we get back.
Мне кажется, этот квест просто ад для интровертов. Слишком много общения за раз.
Yoimiya, something bad's happened. Some people...
Huh? Why? Do they know? Pops, are you alright? They didn't do anything to...
I told them the show was starting soon and the place was filled with fireworks, so they shouldn't go in because... But they didn't listen. It seemed like they knew Luckily, Sakujiro heard them coming in time and managed to escape through the window. The tin...
Oh, this is bad news. I don't think Sakujiro had enough time to make his mind up. Pops, did you see where he went? Oh, the Tenryou Commission will definitely be chasing after him. Good point. Names. Reading names. The Commission wouldn't normally cause this big of a fuss over a stowaway.
Sorry, my ears are no good. and I didn't get a good look at them either. I wish I'd caught their names.
As it happens, I did. I was getting some ore from my friend's place and happened to bump into them on the way over. I think their leader's name was Keisuke, just like—
Just as I thought. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, those two running into each other won't solve anything. We can't let that happen. Come with me. Let's track them down.
Ну, конечно, я пойду с тобой. Ну как же, блин, по-другому. И ты потом заговоришь нас до смерти.
It's Mosusaka and his friends. Let's ask them.
Hi, Yoimiya! Are the weapons to scare away the great Mujina?
Oh, Mr. Ryunosuke is making them right now. Aren't you gonna play? I'm sorry. I have something important to do right now, but I'll bring you guys some candy next time. The extra sweet candy. Yeah! Also, I wanted to ask you guys something. Yep, we did.
Are they trying to catch a monster too?
No, don't worry. Be good kids and stay out of trouble, all right? Stay in the city for now, and I'll come play.
We will. We'll be on our best beat.
It looks like this is the right way. Let's keep going. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, I guess I'll have to step in. Look! There are people from the Tenryu Commission over there! It must be them!
Sorry, official business. I can't let you—
Sakujiro and Keisuke are up ahead, right? We need to talk to them about—
Didn't you hear me? You're not getting past.
Ugh, what a nuisance!
I must withdraw.
The fuse is lit!
I must withdraw.
That didn't count!
Ну, огненный луч.
How dare you impede the work
Не
of the
уверена, что нам
Tenryu
нужен еще
Commission?
один огненный лучник.
You will be punished for your actions. There is nowhere you can escape justice. Not even at the edges of the world.
Да, что ты убегаешь?
Look at that! The one with the loudest? We can't waste any more time on these guys. Let's push on. They should be just ahead.
Your skills with the sword have stagnated, Sakujiro. You should have known that you stood no chance against—
I never imagined I'd fall into your hands. If this is to be my fate—
But your return says that you finally came around to my point of—
Whatever you say.
You will return with me to the Tenryu Commission to await— The one who made this boat will also be punished.
Wait! It doesn't have to end like this! Don't you have any—
Hey, I know you. You're Naganahara's girl, who makes the fireworks. I know you like to get involved.
It's okay, Yoimiya. The past is the past.
And why did you risk life and limb to get yourself back into Inazuma? And why were you— I'll tell you why! This is why! This is the chance you've been—
I have nothing to say to him. He's a criminal. I work for the Tenryu Commission. Out of respect for the friendship we once had, I
Ну,
gave
рано
him
или
a
поздно
chance
этот
to
квест
fight for
должен
his freedom.
закончиться.
But his skills with the sword are as disappointing.
What are you talking about? You left all your subordinates back there to guard the road, making sure no one else followed you here. I can see it in your faces. You both have so much—
Don't flatter yourself.
Yoimiya, leave it.
No, I won't leave it. I will not stand by
Да,
and watch when
победить
you
она
haven't even
любит.
done— And Keisuke, you seem to like settling things with a duel, so let's do it your way. I challenge you. If I win, then you need to say everything that's in your heart. And the same goes for you, Sakujiro. If I win, you will tell Keisuke exactly why. If you don't say anything now, you may never have—
And if you lose?
Then I'll admit to collaborating with Sakujiro and accept the Tenryu Commission.
Yoimiya.
I accept.
Sir, we're here to back you up.
Back up? Those are supposed to be one-on-one! Alright, that's it! Let's help Yoimiya! We can't let her fight them all alone!
Господин Делюк
they are
всех
too
победил.
strong. We need more men.
Stand down.
What?
I thought I told you to stay. Oh,
Yes, sir. Sorry.
young lady, you are just as obstinate. Why were you so convinced that we had things to...
Because Sakujiro may not have told me about you when he came back. Then your parents told me about what happened between you when you were younger. Once I'd heard, and that's why I simply refuse to believe that you have nothing to say to each other. Nobody sets off a firework to feel lonely, do they?
The reason I came back is that it wasn't that I'd changed my mind. I just felt that what I'd done I saw the freedom of Mondstadt, the contracts of Liyue, the wisdom of Sumeru, and the justice of... I was glad that I'd left Inazuma. But then I was an escapee, and I was proud of that. What I should have tried to do is take the good things from the outside world.
So that's why you came back? Out of your naive hope of changing the way...
No, I let go of all those delusions of grandeur. I just felt that...
Huh?
I don't know about you, but but I just had to come back and visit. It was like fate was...
Life isn't easy for anyone. I truly worship the Raiden Shogun. Her ideas were my personal creed. But now, my role is to punish violators of this Hakoku decree and confiscate people's visions. I do wonder, am I really doing the right... The boat is yours.
Huh?
I couldn't make you stay in Inazuma, but that doesn't mean I want to keep you here by force.
What will you say to the higher-ups?
Don't worry about that. I'll handle it. If you want to come back, I hear the process of returning to Inazuma. I will lend you my help, but until then, and don't kick the bucket on.
Don't worry, Keisuke. Any chance we can watch the fireworks together?
Maybe. It's not like me to give in to childish sentiment like this. I can't explain why I went. It's the one that Sakujiro planned on using for his escape. I asked Yoshitaka and the others to transport it here. Citing the temporary forcing Sakujiro to this spot was also something. It's just like you said, Yoimiya. Even though I hadn't fully made up my mind, my action...
But I think you did the right thing. And look...
I understand now. Thank you. I didn't know you were quite so perceptive.
That's only because I know your parents so well. They're both really nice people.
I had heard there was a new Naganohara running things these days. Little loud and reckless. By the way, Naganohara fireworks can reproduce the firework that the two of us set off back then.
Sorry, no can do. Without the slipper reference, I can't make the same one again. And I'm afraid Sakujiro...
Ah, never mind then.
Don't get too down just yet, though. I can't make another one, but I'm guessing Sakujiro probably won't be needing his anymore. It'd be a shame for it to go to waste, so I'll make an
Thank you very much.
No worries. And...
Yoimiya, the way you took command...
What can I say? I like to talk. If you're not willing to communicate, then the problem just sits there. If you just keep staring, Sakujiro and Keisuke can't turn back the clock in their relationship. But anyway, follow me. I'll bring you to the perfect place to watch the fireworks.
Наконец-то.
My pops will set off the firework that I wanted to give to you.
Нам покажут фейерверк, я надеюсь. Хочется, по крайней мере, в это верить.
Huh? Oh, it's...
Паймон, ты уверена, что хочешь это знать?
Lamia? Shh. Huh? Oh.
Ну надо же, она не будет вдаваться в подробности.
That was amazing. It was so beautiful. I didn't actually cry though, right? Remember that big one that went up first? That's the one I had Pops make for you.
Oh, Paimon saw it.
That's what I wanted to hear. No matter where your journey takes you, and no matter what hardships might lie ahead, I hope you'll always be able to look back fondly on the firework. I believe that as time goes by, this firework will only grow bright. Oh, and also, you're technically my customers now. Here, this is your paper slip. If you ever want...
You know, Yoimiya, you seem to turn into a completely different person during the fireworks.
Oh, I can hear you. I just have a habit of being silent, quietly watching something you made with your own hands rise into the sky. You asked me what fireworks mean to me, right?
Yep. Well, for Koichi, who built the boat for us, and his friend, for Keisuke's parents, and for Keisuke and Sakujiro. Oh yeah, right,
As for me, to be honest,
seriously? Huh.
Well, no one's ever asked me this before, so I've never really... It was by chance that I happened to be born into the Naganohara family. It's also by chance that I've met so many people, learned so many things, and discovered that fireworks that disappear in a flash of light are probably the furthest thing away from... But people's feelings don't just disappear. And it's those feelings that give fireworks their purpose. If nobody... Also, consider this. You have to have the Naganoharas. If we didn't exist, their wishes would go unfulfilled when... You know, I don't really think about complicated, but I'm proud that I was born into the Naganohara family and have the chance to make so many pretty fireworks.
Вот, мы завершили еще одно задание. Ура!